So you've started the exciting journey of considering a Foundry Centre, which is awesome.
Exciting!
Yay! But it is a lot of work.
Get ready for a wild ride. In our experience, Foundry has been unlike any other project I've ever undertaken.
When we first learned that we'd been successful in our application and that we were going to be one of the new Foundry centers, like the elation was significant.
It's a true community initiative. It's very complex and it goes way beyond one organization, and it does take partnerships overall to a very new level that is exciting.
Even before you take that pen to that application, you start developing your partnerships, right, with your community stakeholders, anybody else that you know that is in your community that works with youth, that meets their needs, that is invested. You start having relationship building right then and there.
Part of the partnerships is also the Foundry Central Office. It's not a funder and funding agency relationship. It really is a partnership with lots of support from Foundry Central.
Certainly it is a changing culture of working together. It does take a lot of intentional time, and the services will coordinate and begin to integrate together over a period of time. And that journey starts from the moment you put in the EOI, but it certainly goes on over the time after you've opened the doors, and takes a lot of effort.
Each community is different, and each lead organization has their own needs and has their own kind of way of being, and we want to both recognize that and find a way for Foundry to work in that community. And so there is a constant tweaking and changing and adaptation that's needed.
The Foundry youth engagement model uses something called co-design, which means that we embed young people and families in every step, in every place, even in places that don't make sense at first. We want to make sure that the youth and family voice is there. And so for some of you applying, you might have done focus groups before, you might have had advisories before, maybe you've even done co-design before. And I just want to make sure that you're excited and ready to have that youth engagement and family engagement in everything that you do. Know that there's no table or no place that it doesn't make sense to have a youth there or a family there that's supported and given the best chance to participate.
So I think it's important to always recognize that youth and family engagement is not kind of a checkbox thing, and that it's fluid, and that it's really dependent on the community and the folks that are interested in engaging in your community and really meeting youth and families where they're at. It's beyond engaging, it's also looking at honoraria, it's looking at who is the supervision of this to support these folks. Is there a point of contact? There's somebody that they can reach out to that's going to help them. That there is potentially some peer support around that as well too. So across from the expression of interest right through convening to selection, there'll be opportunities to engage youth and families. And there's really, if we want to frame it, there's an expectation around that.
Things are going to operate differently. Like, you're going to have amazing feedback and advice from families and young people that you may not have worked with before, or you have, and it's going to make things slow, and sometimes it's going to make things go a different direction than what you originally planned. And I would really encourage people in crafting their youth and family engagement plans to lean into those things with curiosity.
Young people and families come with a specific set of needs, and that support is going to look different for them, even from individual to individual. At the end of the day, it's really important to go back to young people and families themselves to ask.
Another thing to consider is that there is a lot of work that goes into the design and location of a Foundry Centre, and trying to identify how to work with the youth and families to make it look like a centre that people would want to go to. That does take a lot of time, but it is an exciting phase.
If there are a lot of competing priorities or high priority projects happening in the community, it might be more challenging. I think we all know Foundry is here to stay. This is phase 3, so really think about, is now the right time to apply for a Foundry Centre. To us, Foundry feels like a family. It's very exciting to be part of a provincial initiative with so many different centers. Everybody has similar and yet different experiences, and we can all learn from each other.
So if you do decide to start this journey, it's an exciting time. There's a lot of chance to really reshape the way that these services are delivered for youth and families.
This is a really exciting time for us at Foundry Central Office as we look forward to hearing from communities across British Columbia on what Foundry would mean to them. We also look forward to eventually having another 6 communities join us as this process rolls out over the next few months. Good luck to you all, and we look forward to seeing those applications.